So in part 1 we prepped the body, primed it, and painted it in a gunmetal base color. Now this was 1 to make sure that the orange didn't really show through from the plastic, and 2 because I am going to do a load of carbon fiber on this, and it was easier to paint it all in gunmetal than mask a lot of these gunmetal parts and paint it in body color than it would have been to paint it in body color and then mask pretty much the entire body off to then paint it in gunmetal to do the carbon fiber work. So this is why I did it this way. And also because of reason 3, it's a lot easier to mask these small tiny bits than to mask the entire body off and go around these intricate shapes and make sure that everything is completely covered with masking tape and you don't have any bleed through or areas that you can get overspray on as you did not really mask them properly enough. So this was just all around the easiest method for me, just to be sure that it came out perfect. The side skirts, side vents, and the roof were probably the easiest parts to do, and then the rear part was probably the hardest. Overall, it was still really doable. Just be sure to use enough tape and don't cheap out by using as minimal tape as you can. It's a lot easier to work with a couple of small pieces or a couple of bigger pieces instead of just one humongous piece all over the entire rear end. With all of the masking now done all over the place and the carbon fiber areas soon to be all covered, I took out my Tamiya spray stand, added the body on top of it, and moved to the spray booth to apply some Porsche GT Silver. So back in the spray booth now, I moved on to apply a first really light coat all over the place. Of course, starting it off with those hard to reach, easy to forget spots first, and then moving on to the main body, but not before blowing over the entire body with just some air, making sure that all the dust is out of the way. After finishing off this first light coat, just set the body aside to dry off for 5 to 10 minutes. Top off the airbrush with some paint and let that wait as well. Move back after 5 minutes, do a second coat. Light is the way to go, as silver can get a really weird orange peel if you spray it improperly, too quick, or maybe even too thick. Just a thin coat is good enough. The paint covers really quick by itself, so no need to rush it. And again, after finishing off this second coat, top off the airbrush with some more paints, set that aside to rest, let the body dry off, and move back to a third and final coat, just going over the entire body once more to be sure that it is completely covered. Now, the mistake easily made with silver is that it covers really quickly, and to your eye it is fully covered while it actually is not. So a third or maybe even fourth coat is the safe way to go, being sure that everything is entirely covered from every angle possible. With the third and final coat now applied and finished, check it visually from every angle possible in a couple of different light settings, just to be sure that it is completely covered from head to toe. Then just let it sit for about 10 to 20 minutes and move on to removing the masking tape carefully, not ripping completely away from the paint, but trying to rip it a bit along the masking tape to put the least amount of stress on the paint itself. With the extremely satisfying task of removing that masking tape now complete, you can see all the gunmetal areas are now revealed and know where I will be applying the carbon fiber decals. And that is all for next week.